everybody, and thank you so much, Kevin, for being with us today. So we are having a look at energy and other types of solutions around water, power, etc. So as we all know, currently within the South African climate, consumers are becoming more and more aware of their energy independence and the need to have solutions in place. Costs are rising, and investors are really becoming more educated. And they're looking at investing their money in projects that have solutions in place rather than retrofitting solutions down the line. So how our other types of utilities, including fiber, has become a must-have. I think solar and water type solutions are the same. So STS, or Sectional Title Solutions, in partnership with Bright Light Solar, have come up with a very interesting solution developed specifically for property developers.
So Bright Light Solar is it is a Section 12J company. We've raised a whole lot of capital from investors, and we use that capital by investing in renewable energy projects. And we've got a very specific focus on working with developers, because there's great opportunity if we are able to incorporate our solutions right from the get-go. And we have our business philosophy is what we call a win-win-win solution or scenario. And that really comes to the fore greatly in this kind of solution or opportunity. So the first win is for the developer, the second win is for the homeowner, and the third win is for Bright Light Solar. What is it that we offer, and how do we then translate into these wins? Well, what we do is we work with the developer upfront to put in a solar PV solution to provide the daytime electricity through solar PV for the new development. And that could be people working from home, so running washing machines and tumble dryers and computers and lighting and heating in the middle of winter, through to potentially, if the tariff structure where this new development is going to take place is conducive, is we can also then put in a large centralized battery system. That battery system has one of two uses. The first one is if the development is in a time of use tariff area, we can do tariff arbitrage. What that means is we then charge the battery during the day from the solar, and during the evening peak, we discharge the battery, and therefore we avoid drawing down from the grid in the expensive time. We then recharge the battery at 2 or 3 in the morning, once again, when electricity is cheap, and we discharge the battery again in the morning peak. So it's really a case of trying to minimize the extortionate prices that developments are having to pay for that time of use. The second option really relates to load shedding, and this can then be a load shedding solution. We do obviously need to work with the developer in understanding what the tariff requirements are and what their particular requirements are. But most importantly, we provide all of this at no cost to the developer. So very clearly, you can see the first win coming through there is the developer is able to offer this as a renewable energy friendly development, but we are putting in all of that capital cost. So we really see this as we are co-investing with the developer in that new development, because we are investing in these range of solutions, which I'll extend our discussion to now, but it's not costing the developer anything. We are the ones that are putting in all of the capital costs for these new solutions. So what are those solutions? I've mentioned the solar PV and the batteries, potentially. I must stress, not all developments qualify for batteries, but that will change as the dollar price of batteries keeps coming down, and it will make batteries more viable. Another big part of it is hot water solutions. And because the heating of water consumes between 50 to 60% of a homeowner's electricity bill, this is an absolutely vital part of our solution. And we have a range of solutions. We could do typical, the traditional electric geyser, where we then put in a geyser controller that limits the heating of water to outside of those peak tariff times. Our preferred solution is a centralized heat pump solution. And there what we do is we put in a large central water heating system. The water is then heated using heat pumps, and that is then circulated around the construction through a hot water ring and circulation pumps. And the third one is we then have a 200-liter domestic heat pump solution, which is far more energy efficient than your traditional electric geyser. And what we then do is we present these solutions to the developers, and they then say, you know what, our development is far better suited to one or the other, and we then work with them for that. The next part of it is also the metering, because once you are now doing centralized water and electricity, you need obviously that metering. And there what we do is we put in smart meters with a smart wallet, and we then facilitate the prepayment of both water, hot water and electricity through these smart meters. And it's all app-based, and you download the app, connect it to your bank, and you can even use that to pay for your levies as well.